Three, two, and one. Okay. We're back for the third time. We
Third time
recorded this.
today.
We recorded this. There's some technical issues between me and Ivan's internet. So, anyways, hello everybody. Welcome back to Before You Know It. We thank you guys for coming back. Man, I feel like I should really work on putting it on Spotify and everything else, huh?
I mean, we're only at our 5th episode, right?
Yo, I've been thinking about this. I feel like I really want to guest for the next episode, but I don't know who to pick. Do you have anyone that you know? I feel like I want obviously like
I feel like we should go to a classic.
Aliana.
That could work too.
Yeah, man. I haven't talked to her in like I don't think I've talked to her since like May. Oh no, when was the last time we had our friend group thing?
Isn't that? Oh, that was in last year.
But it's in November, right?
Yeah, last year we had like a group call with our old.
Oh no, it was in December. What am I talking about? It was like a Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to guess. I wanna have a third person here. Nothing. Not that there's anything wrong with just having you here, but
Oh no, I definitely agree with you, right? Like,
yeah, I would
this is
love
what
to
we
have a
talked
guest.
about. This is what we talked about.
But you know what? Let's have a clean one. Hopefully
Hopefully
everything.
nothing goes wrong.
Yeah,
Jeez,
the
this
third
is
time.
so annoying.
And
I
it's
feel
not that it's
not like our internet's going bad. It's that our cameras are just going crazy right now.
and also hold on. So it's not that I can't intercut like footage and stuff. It's just that
You don't
in the
do
first
that.
in the first recording, it's just like we rambled on. I didn't know what I was talking about. Blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Second time, internet, everything was in sync. Everyone's delayed. So hopefully this one's a clean slate. But anyways, I already asked you this, but how was your week how was your last week? Because I don't think I didn't talk to you. Well, I only played Valorant. I
We
think.
only played once together.
Yeah.
I think within the last 5 days.
But how's your last week?
Busy as I did say in the previous recording.
Yeah.
I studied a lot. There was a lot of it was just for my review. Other than my review, I also did readings, also did everything mostly was school.
Okay.
I also what else I do? I worked on my project that's due next week or next Saturday. Other than that, I did also have some time to play, relax. Yeah, take a breather, somewhat.
The last week for me was like pretty lax, just because I'm closing in to the end of this course, and then I have to go back in September. But dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, I never thought I like it feels really good when you're afraid of something, and then you go through it, and then you're out, and you realize that you're stronger out like after the fact, just because I actually didn't think like I'd be having the grades that I have right now.
Well, wait, what are you getting right now, if you don't mind me asking?
It was so if I'm gonna 94%.
That's it?
That's
No, come on, do better.
I'm just surprised, man, because like I was.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
I was never, man. It's surprising to see it like, when you're going to new territory. It's just really reassuring that like you made like. I think one of the scariest things you can probably admit to is like you're like I feel like I've heard this in like TV shows and everything. It's like when it's it's uh it's scary to commit to something that what am I saying here? Now I don't know what I'm talking about. But I guess what I'm saying is like it's afraid to commit to something that might be wrong in the end. If that makes sense. So let's say here's an example. I think there are a lot of like when I was in grade 12, there are a lot of people who went to SFU for criminology. If I remember that correctly, like there were a bunch of people
still go to SFU for criminology.
So let's say if I committed to that, and then it's wrong in the middle of it, it would just rip me apart. So like what I'm saying is like me committing to this new field and knowing that I'm doing good, it just feels really good that
It's reassuring.
it's reassuring because now I can go back in September knowing that what I know now, just a little bit more confident and stuff. So that's really great. But
Yeah,
yeah,
as long as you keep the work ethic.
dude, oh man, I remember in the no, I think I already said this, but in the first week, I really didn't see the light in the end of the tunnel. I was like, dude, I can there's no way I can like finish this because it's overwhelming. But
Yeah, it's usually like that though. To be honest,
what
like
said's
the
been said.
beginning. Yeah, to be honest, at the beginning of semester, anyways,
Hmm.
is usually just like, oh, I'm dreading this, but then like it gets easier throughout the
Yeah,
semester.
because
Kind of
you build
like
habits. You build
yeah,
habits
you build habits.
throughout the way. Um, recently, like sleeping earlier, waking up earlier, getting my getting my my day like started like in the right way, because I hate waking up when there's like two digits like in the morning. Does it make sense? Like before 10 o'clock is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. But
yeah.
recently I want to go back to this
You're
because
definitely you're
what's
definitely different from where you were like I'd say like 2 weeks ago. Then
yeah. Um,
your mindset's changed in like the last 2 weeks. I'd
yeah.
say
Man, I feel like if I had the same effort in high school, man.
you would have
But
been
I don't know.
so
I don't
set.
even know if because back then, like if I go back now, I don't like if I had the chance to go back to high school, I don't even think um there was any like if I'm gonna change any like decision like to where I wanted to go to school or anything like that.
Hmm.
But anyways, that's I think I already said that before, so we'll leave that there. But recently I don't want to get into specifics, but Lent was like a couple of days ago, right?
Yeah,
So this is like when you told me this, I was like, dude, how are you supposed to give this up? So Ivan gave up
social
uh
media.
social media for Lent.
Yeah,
Um, I
so I'm
was
not on it.
I was surprised that you gave it up because we do a podcast and you have to like, but no, I
Promote
understand.
like
Like, so it's like it's your own thing. But if you don't mind expanding, why did you decide to give that up?
um all of it was like other than like like grow in like your faith and everything.
Yeah.
It was it was also like okay, so recently I figured out that one of my habits is like I only figured out like within the first couple days is when I study I tend to like pick up my phone just to like scroll through and then go
Hmm.
back to it. But now when I like deleted the apps, got rid of it, I pick up my phone out of just pure habit for no reason. Like I don't have anything to look at anymore
Hmm.
on my phone unless like someone messages me, which is like very rare. Like the people who message me are usually who I talk to like I don't know online.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just figured out it was a bad habit for me. I was distracted when I would like do homework
Hmm.
because dude, it's your phone, right? Nowadays, like everyone has a phone, everyone communicates. Like there's a lot of things you can use like technology for, like talk with someone, get to know someone with your like, oh, did you see that post? But now it's like when you cut off completely, it's just like it's you. I kind of more. I have more of a focus now. If
for
that
s-
makes sense.
for some reason, like usually, even though I'm not like talking to anyone on social media, it's usually just for the heck of it. Just want to see what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And like I remember in my dude, like so as I said, like being overwhelmed in the first 2 weeks of like school. You want those like little bits of like time where you're like where you're where you're not studying. If I how am I supposed to say this? I don't really know the phrasing, but let's say I wanted to get out of the studying like mode for a second, just like be on my phone. Usually usually being on the phone, being on the phone and just like going through apps. I guess it's just a way for me to get out of reality of like
Mm-hmm.
being in like in the study mode. Just because like like I don't know how, but
I
I
mean, I
guess
think that's for most people, right?
yeah,
Like when you go on your phone, it's like time. It's kind of just time for yourself,
yeah, exactly. Okay,
and it's just like time to kind of,
yeah,
as you said, get away from the world. But I think like when you kind of give, I don't know. For me, it's like feels totally different. Like I don't feel necessarily like um I don't necessarily feel like super attached to my phone,
yeah.
but I don't feel like once I give up like using social media, I don't feel like a disconnect.
Oh, it's not a problem.
It's
It's like
it's not like that.
yeah,
It just it's a weird habit that I just figured out. Like, oh,
mm-hmm,
this is what I do, and if I really need to like go on it, like for some communication reasons, like
mm-hmm.
I have my Facebook Messenger.
Yeah,
Like, I actually did have a classmate who like she told me that like just recently in my last semester, she's also in one of my classes now. She said she only communicates through email and
huh?
Snapchat,
And
and like
she's your age?
yeah, no, she's a year younger than me. She said that like
What?
she said that she thought like social media was toxic, like TikTok
Mm-hmm,
was toxic, and like she was kind of like wasting hours and days on it. And I'm
mm-hmm.
like, to be honest, that does make sense because you
I
can waste a lot of time.
You know what? I think now you said that it it does come back to me now. Like I remember, I think let's say I would when I was studying, I would study for like 2 hours straight, but then I'd be on my phone for like another hour and then come
Yeah,
back to it.
exactly.
That's
Right. Yeah.
and I don't know, maybe this is somewhat the same or in the same realm, but when you wake up, or well, let's start with me. When I wake up, usually the first thing I do is like check my phone
Yeah.
and then go straight to Instagram and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
that's just like isn't that just like the most toxic thing? Where the first thing you do when you wake up, like usually now I go straight to like drink water, but then just come back and just look at my phone. Usually just go through everything and see. I don't even know. It's
It's like a
such a
sequence. It's a sequence. Like
yeah.
you go into different things, right?
It's just like and to me it's weird how I have to like go to Instagram just to see other people's story and what they did throughout the day. I'm like, why am I wasting my time like caring about these other people's life when they don't even care about mine either? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I post all these gym photos and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
in my
I mean,
store,
I think that's also like, oh shoot,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I think, what do you call this? I don't know. I think with you though, like when you post your gym stuff, it's like, oh yeah, I think it's also like a self motivation.
yeah.
Like, okay, I'll post another one for myself.
Hmm.
I don't know. That might be like maybe that's what I'm thinking that that's what you
Yeah,
do. Because like
yeah,
usually when you like do some sort of habit or do something,
yeah.
it's just like, oh yeah, I'm doing this so I could tell myself I need to do another one the next day or
I think
whatever.
the reason why I put on my story, not as like as
Yeah,
posts,
yeah,
but like
yeah,
I think I don't really know why, but I think one of the reasons why is just I like to post these. I like to take a photo of me in the mirror in the gym, knowing that I don't care what other people think around me if I took a photo. Does that makes
hmm
sense? Because before, I don't think back then if I was 18 I would do that. Like I wouldn't go like take a photo like that and do that in front of
yeah.
anyone. Because
Because
like
you're super
it was
self
just
conscious.
I was just
Yeah,
too self conscious to see if anyone was gonna. Because like back then, if I saw someone taking a mirror selfie, I would.
you would judge, right, or
Yes.
something.
So now, man, I've grown. I've grown um to something that I hate. Like I don't like people when other people do that.
Yeah,
Because me, I don't really like most of the time when I see other people do, they usually take out their shirt and stuff like that. But I just like take it just to see my progress throughout like each day because I go almost every day, right? Anyways, I
you
want to.
probably
What's up?
you probably wouldn't have seen yourself like
Yeah,
do
bro.
that if you
Yeah.
were like what
If I was
18.
younger, no, dude. There's no
Yeah,
way.
like
There's no way I would have done that.
I guess that honestly that moves on to like that kind of segues into our topic a little bit, right?
What's up?
Like you. you never would have seen yourself do that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Do what you
yeah.
do, right?
Wait, yeah, yeah.
Like,
So Ivan brought up the topic. So like we like to bounce around. No, we actually don't like to bounce around anything. We don't talk till the day of. Like,
no, 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 no. We like okay, we talk. We
yeah.
talk like a lot within a week. We don't talk about like
Well,
we
we
don't
should talk
necessarily
about it. Yeah.
okay, so we told ourselves when we do this podcast, like, okay, this actually just segues into the same topic, um but when we first were planning for this podcast and we were first planning this, or we were like talking about like who are our favorite like podcast channels, who do we listen to the most? And we both mentioned like people who kind of had scripts or like semi scripts who would just
Yeah.
like note things down that they wanted to say.
Yeah.
Um, but like we tried that and everything, and we figured out it's not as genuine as we want it to be.
No. So because I want to ask you. Oh my god, such a cliche. Let me ask you this. Um,
Yeah,
to me, it felt like I wanted that to work. It's just that I didn't like how we had like these guidelines because I want like a flow of
I wanted to,
conversation.
yeah, like a I don't know, like a feel genuine type of
Yeah.
conversation.
And
And
like
to be honest, oh, wait, I sorry, I
yeah,
wouldn't have seen us like progress into this type of format where we say our topic, figure out what we want to say, but
yeah,
I'm not like necessarily writing it down.
yeah, yeah,
Like I'm kind of right now, I'm flowing off the top of my head,
yeah.
which is a good thing because I
No,
got
I
to studying
really,
a
I
little bit.
really, I really
Yeah.
do like the flow, like where we just don't like, or let's say we just put a topic, stamp it, and then we can just like umbrella from that. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? But like, so, you put on the topic on where do you from now? Where do you see yourselves where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? I don't. I'm gonna let you start.
Oh, I thought you were gonna start because you
No,
started
no.
last time.
The last time, I answered it, dude, I just went on a tangent. I didn't know what I was talking about. But yeah, go ahead.
I think like if you, I don't know, I think I don't necessarily think about this all the time, but I think about it on a regular,
On
like
the.
not on a daily basis, but probably at least maybe once or
Mm-hmm.
twice. It's just like, what do I want to? Because like my whole class, one of my classes is about self reflection. You know who you are, teaching who you are, like
Damn,
figuring out
what
like
class is
where
this?
it's
Sounds
called
sounds
intro to
really deep. Like,
it's intro to a reflective practice, and it's like it's for teachers to recognize like that teaching is more than just like or like education is more than just knowledge or like the transferring of knowledge. It's more
knowledge.
like
Yeah,
or like information.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what that's what they like. It's more than just that. Like passing on information, knowing that 2 plus 2 is 4, knowing how to write and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also making like a lot of connections in high
Yeah.
school and elementary school, creating like a good environment, a safe environment for
Wow,
who
look
if
at
you're like a
you.
teacher, right?
Look at you. Look at you.
It yeah. Like I'm like I'm not like forced, but like I kind of think about when I think about like when they ask because they always give us like time. Oh yeah, like think about this question,
Mhm.
and like usually you always look back at like your what you want to. You always look back on your experiences like as a student or something like that,
Mhm.
and you want to bring those experiences into your classrooms or into your future experiences. To be honest, I don't know where I'm going with this, but um usually when I go into those thoughts or those like areas of my thought, I always think about okay, like where do I want to go with this, right?
Mm, yeah, yeah.
And it's funny because like I was just doing a discussion yesterday, and it was like somewhat this quote was like there's like a little quote that like kind of hit me. I can't really phrase it to 100% because I only read it like 2 or 3 times, but it's
Yeah.
just like if you don't know who you are, if you don't know who you are,
Yeah.
what are like you can't figure out like what you're seeking in education, what you're seeking in your future,
Yeah.
if that
Wow.
makes sense.
Wow, look at this.
Like
Okay.
like it's just like like when you read all these articles, like you think a lot, but like,
Yeah. So
but I don't know. It was just like mind boggling. It's just like
no,
if you,
that's very thought provoking.
yeah, like yeah, exactly. Like there's no correct answer.
So what did you figure about yourself?
I mean, like
It's
I
hard.
mean, like
It's really hard to
it's
open up,
hard.
right?
Like
It's hard to open
no,
up.
it's not necessarily hard, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's hard to figure out. Like okay, I might be a different person another day.
Yeah.
I might be a different person today than who I am yesterday.
But you just
Actually, I think I am.
okay.
Like every single day you learn something, right?
Okay.
Like whether it be something that's actually necessary or something that's like worthless.
Yeah. Okay.
Yesterday, like yeah, like you can learn new different things, right?
Okay.
Like it doesn't necessarily have to be good or bad, but
Okay.
it's just like you're a different person every single day.
Okay.
Um, people you encounter changes you, so like you can't necessarily figure out
Who
like
you are? That's kind
no, I
of
mean you can figure out who you are. It's just like I know that like I'm someone who likes to have fun and like I like
hmm.
talking
Your
to
Tinder,
like
your
to
Tinder
friends.
profile's right here, huh?
No, no, no,
Yeah, yeah.
no.
Like I like to have fun. I like to walk. Like yeah, go
I
ahead.
mean, like if you talk
That's really cool though. I really like that. Yeah.
right, if you look at that and we talk about like the future
Yeah.
and how we change every single day, you seriously cannot
Predict it. You can't predict.
predict where
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
And like and I guess like figuring out who you are and figuring out what you want to do is like really important.
That's a really dude, that's so I think okay, maybe so you got that quote, right?
From one article.
Yeah, from so
Like
you got that from
one an article.
usually for me it's so this is coming to like where I went to college, right? So for film. Whenever I never get those thoughts on a daily basis or like reading anything. I usually get those thoughts when I'm either uh like watching movies.
Mm.
Like one good example is like it's such a bad like example, but it's all somewhat good. Like Grown Ups.
Yeah,
You ever
of
watch the movie
course.
Grown Ups? Whenever I watch the movie or even the second one, it always comes to mind on like where I want to be in 10 years or like where I want to be in the future. Just because
Mhm.
I love the story where like they were kids and then they grew up to be friends like till they grew up and they're like all in these like really good like stable like and they're keeping their friendship like
Tight and
tight.
everything, right?
I guess that's where I want to be. Where like I guess I don't. Okay, I can't predict. I can't
Yeah.
predict where I want to be in the future. But I think I have goals on what I want to hit, like
Yeah.
family, like really close friends, like very stable, like at home and all that stuff. But 5 to 10 years, I just really wish. I guess not that I'm not happy now. Like I'm happy right now. It's just that I am happy right now. It's just that I want to be happy in the next coming years. Like I don't think I have anything to complain right now. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's where I want to see myself in 5, 10 years. I don't really, like you said, you can't really predict it, but like the only thing that's making the only thing, like the only time I only ever think about those thoughts is that whenever like see a movie. But you getting it from an article, that's even better. But
Yeah. I think like also like
yeah,
I think it's safe to say that like you can say like okay, if you want to be happy and everything like and you want to be like you have these goals. I think it's safe to say that you know what you want to do
yeah, yeah,
somewhat
yeah,
or you kind of know where you're at.
man.
Like
I'm getting
I think if
goosebumps,
you
man. I don't think I've ever had this like conversation with you before.
really
Okay,
I did I
let me back it up. I don't know if you remember this. So I remember. So this is the time when you didn't have a car, and I was the only one having a car, and I was like, Ivan, you want to hang out? I picked you up from your house, and I think
that's most of the time.
I think when we went to John's house. I remember because so this goes back to where like I've never had this conversation with you, right? So
Hmm.
this is where I'm going with this. So I picked you up, and I remember you wanted to talk about like you had like a I think like a little like spat with your brother, right?
Oh yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and then you wanted to talk about it. And at the
Yeah.
time, I think,
Oh yeah.
and at the time, I was like very, very. I think I was like 18 or 19, and I was like, dude, Ivan. Like, I don't want to talk about this with you. Dude, to be honest with you, I feel like a dick back then just because, like, if someone's like reaching out to like talk about like a situation at home, I feel like I should have listened. But like, I remember you said, I remember you were like, "Yo, I'm so pissed," like blah blah blah. Like, I think you wanted to leave the house because of that, but I didn't want to listen. But anyways, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just weird I'm having this conversation with you because back then I don't think I'd ever like
Have these type of
no, I'd
conversations.
never even give you a chance to talk to me like this. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I don't know, because I don't know. Maybe back then there were a lot of people. Maybe in high school specifically, I think there were a lot of people who would like vent to me,
Hmm.
and to for some like now, that like I'm a little bit older and stuff like that. That's so important to like at least give a chance on listening to someone.
Mm,
Just because you don't know what that person's going through. But back then, dude, I was like, dude, just shut up. Like, I don't care about your problem. No, no, not to you. What I'm saying is like to
like other people,
the
other
other people
people.
who like
Yeah, yeah,
get to talk to me. But now, dude, that's so important. Like to hear, because you don't know what people have bottled up inside
yeah.
them, right?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like our friend group lacks that.
Well, like okay.
Like, and
Lack
I'm not
lack
gonna
of a
lie.
better
Like,
term. Lack of a better term. Whenever you talk about something like this, they usually just call you the G word. They call you,
yeah.
yeah. You know what I mean?
But I think
Like,
like when you're on a one-to-one basis with like
yeah,
these people,
yeah.
like you can have genuine conversations.
I
You know what I
appreciate I
mean?
appreciate Jeremy and his older brother because I think like we talk about stuff that we would never talk about like with either John or Jeremy.
Ever,
Yeah, yeah.
ever. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I really appreciate that. It's just that yeah, I feel like a douche back then. I literally told you, I was like, Ivan, if we're gonna go through this ride from your house to like John's house, we're not gonna talk about this. It's like a 20-minute ride, yo. You better shut up. I'm gonna listen to my music. Like,
Oh my. I think I remember that specific day.
dude.
Like to be honest, I had a lot of fallouts with my brother, but like I think I remember that specific day where I
Mm.
like you picked me up and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm so mad. And you're like,
Nah,
okay.
that's terrible, man.
But I
But
mean, look where you are now, right? Like you're totally different. You're actually listening
yeah,
somewhat.
I like
No, when you're not cutting people off, you
yeah, yeah.
know.
But yeah, that's great. Then we've gone this far. Oh, God, so cheesy. Oh, I'm like vomiting right now. Like, but yeah. So we finished that. That's pretty. I like
Wow.
that. Anyways, this came to mind a couple of days ago too. Cause I noticed this with Jordan and like Justin.
Mhm.
So I remember we were like in a dollar store once, and I was like, Jordan bought something, and it was like I think the situation was like he wanted to buy no he bought like candy, but like if you wanted to share with Justin, he would have to keep tabs on him. Have you ever done that with your own like siblings? Because I've done that with my own siblings, where like if I buy you something, you have to buy me back something.
Mm, I mean,
Because
okay.
how many siblings do you have first?
I have five.
Okay,
And there's a big difference between your siblings and my siblings
yeah,
and John's siblings and
yeah,
like the difference between them. Like they're only a couple years apart. Like you're only what, maybe 3, 4 years older than Jim.
two, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm like 8 years between like the closest person.
yeah,
So like they're most of them will be reaching my sister will be reaching her 30s this year. Everyone's in the 30s now, other than my sister other than my sister and me. Like they've always had like a job over me. Like
yeah.
thank goodness they don't keep tabs, because if they did, I'd have to owe
Mhm.
them maybe at least $1,000 each,
Okay,
right? Like since like I'd have to get like food, get driven
yeah,
by them. Like I don't necessarily like think like nowadays like between me and one of my brothers, because like most of them are like out of the house or like
yeah.
working. Like if we want to go out to eat, we'd be like we don't like pay for each other's food unless like we actually offer each other. We mostly are like, okay, you know what, you drive or I drive or something like that.
Mm,
Um, but like the last time I did pay for someone's food, like I offered it, and then they paid for me the next time.
mm,
We don't necessarily like hold each other accountable.
okay.
To be honest, I never thought I'd get into this type of like dynamic though, where I'd like actually like ask or volunteer to do that type of stuff.
Because now I
Like,
do. Usually it's Jim who would. like buy stuff for me, but I never buy anything back. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And I always like now I would always feel bad if I went like to get bubble tea and I never got him one.
yeah.
I'd
I
always
mean, you were really stingy.
yeah
You were the one
yeah.
working, and I was the one who wasn't. I was still paying for potato wedges when you used to go there.
Oh, dude, don't even. Oh, dude, I don't want to bring that up, dude. That's so pathetic of Bill, bro.
That's for another day. That's for another day.
Yeah, but the relationship between oh man, it's so important. I
Yeah.
think, but
Like I think like
because like
I think oh shoot. I
yeah,
think
go.
okay, I'll just go. If we're
I'll
still
go
like on
first.
this
I'll go first. Yeah,
we're still on the same topic of
yeah,
like, where do we see ourselves and like where what our lives were like, our lives will be like.
yeah.
I think when we were talking about like how Jordan and everything, like we never thought that Jordan would be like where he is now.
Mm-hmm.
We always thought I think we both kind of felt like, oh, he's gonna stay the same, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna stay the same up until like however we want him to stay the
Mm-hmm.
same.
Yeah.
Um, but I think like now, like he's such a different person,
Yeah. Which is
and
like
like
yeah.
we're like, I think we still have the same habits as we did like
Yeah.
maybe like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
But now it's just like the way we are and like how we do things are a little bit on the mature side. If that makes
If I'm gonna be honest with you, dude, I really hated like so back when I was still vlogging, right? I really hated how we treated each other. Okay, it's not that bad. You know, we usually rip on each other.
Yeah,
It's
I mean
that
that's how we've always been.
yeah, like I just didn't like how most of the jokes were going towards like Jordan and stuff. I really didn't
Mm.
like that. Like usually it's funny like to our circle, but
But
in
maybe
my
to some other people,
yeah,
right?
like no, and like some other people, yes, it might not look that funny. Okay, so I didn't like that personally. I don't know if you were there, but I'm pretty sure I was in Jordan's house once, or in their house once, and I literally took Jordan's house like, dude, like if you want me to stop, like putting these jokes and like like all this like just making fun of him and like making jokes. If you want to do that, I literally talked to him one. And I was like, if you want me to stop, I can just stop. But at the same time, I don't remember what he said, but I think he said it was fine. I'm not
Hmm.
quoting on this, but to me inside, I really didn't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like where I'm going with this is that the one or two times whenever we hang out with each other, like I think the last like 2 weeks ago when we hung out with each other,
Or
like
like
I
maybe
didn't
just like
yeah.
each other, yeah.
Jordan wasn't even like usually whenever we see each other like in the last 2 years, yo, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're fat, and all that stuff like that.
I
Like
think it's more like yo, what's up,
now
actually.
now yeah now we're a lot more mature. So that's when you were saying that Jordan has grown. I like how like now that we only see each other like once or like once a month or like twice a month. It's not he's not like interacting with us on how we interacted with each other like a year ago. Now it's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Would you say that like would you be able to predict that? I don't know.
But
Okay, like if we continued how we were, like without any COVID, without any quarantine,
yeah.
do you think we would be in the same boat we're in now, or the same circumstances, or the same like kind of like dynamic how we are as of right now? Say none of that happened, none of
Can you
that.
repeat the question again?
Say none of that quarantine,
Yeah.
none of that COVID, none of
Hmm.
like we just
Yeah.
continue to hang out.
Yeah.
Um,
Would I
like as if it was normal, right?
would our dynamic be the
Do
same?
you think our dynamic would be the same as it is
No.
now?
I think I would have distanced myself with everyone just because dude it like I really didn't like how we were just like ripping on each other. I really didn't like that.
Yeah.
I really didn't like that. I mean like jokes like all aside. It's like sometimes like you just never know what's going through like a person's mind and like you never know what can like you know so
Mhm.
like I really like thank God like we were in like quarantine just because we distanced ourselves but like now whenever we see each other, there's like a little, like, it's not that we were like so like vicious with each other. It's just like there's a little, there's like a layer of respect now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
even though it's small,
yeah,
it's there.
it's like, man, I really don't like how whenever we were hanging out with Jordan, let's say when we were in Japan or like when we went to Calgary, like he was like in the end of like in the end like the butt of the joke. I personally did not like that. I
Yeah.
did not like that. I did not like that because yeah, like, it sounds cheesy, but like, you grew up with Jordan. I feel like I grew up with Jordan too, and like, we started like doing the vlogs together. So like it's very important, like, on like,
We're the dynamic. We're the
yeah,
three vlogateers.
it's very important on how we treat each other like now. So like, cause like, you know, it's very important how we treat each other now, just so like we keep that like friendship intact for the future. Not saying like, anyways, dude, this is so cheesy, but
It's the okay. This is like somewhat off topic to what you're saying, but
yeah,
kind of on topic at the same time.
yeah.
You remember the one episode in How I Met Your Mother?
What?
So it's like a certain episode where Marshall, one of the characters in How I Met Your Mother,
Yeah.
he was he was like something in his like old home or whatever, and he found like a note from like
Oh,
where he was, like what he wanted to do,
yeah.
right? He wanted to become like an environmental lawyer and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, if you're still like tall, you want to like dunk
Yeah,
thing. But then like his whole expectation of himself
yeah,
like completely changed. He
yeah,
was like a corporate lawyer. He
yeah,
couldn't dunk anymore. He
yeah.
wasn't wearing overalls. Um, where am I going with this? But I think like with the whole thing, it's just like
What's your
we.
question?
It's not a really a question, but
Yeah.
it's just like we. Oh, what am I saying? Or was it the front? Or was it the front porch that I was trying to say? It was something either of the two.
Oh, okay.
But it's just like we're like I think the whole like basis of like How I Met Your Mother is like they want to see themselves in the good future, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Like,
think
or
we want to do the same. Like we want to
yeah,
be happy. We want to be in a good place.
yeah.
Like we want to keep the same
Mm,
relationships and everything. So it's
mm.
just like it's important that we keep those and like we don't like tear each other
No,
down.
yeah, and then like, I can take a joke too, but like, it's just that like I don't know what my words are doing to someone else. Like, you know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like, it's like, like, dude, there's so many times where like, I rip on each other, and I'm just like, dude, I feel like I shouldn't have said that. Just, you never
Like I feel
know.
like at the end of the day, sometimes just like why did I say that?
Yeah.
Like out of
So,
spite, like or out of like just like whatever.
but I'm just, even though Jordan said it was fine making those jokes, like, I'm glad that I actually like talked to him, and like I was like, dude, if you don't want me to like, even like, like sometimes his own like brothers are like doing that. I'm like, dude, there's like
I think
stop doing that.
a big influence though was like us,
Hmm.
like how we did those things.
So
Like his own cousins would rip on him too, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
So but like I like where we're at now.
yeah,
N-
from time to time though, I'm not gonna lie, it does come out.
Oh yeah,
Like yeah, from time to time, but it's just not like not every time. It's not like I call him to say like, "Yo, Joy, you're dumb" or whatever. It's like
no, I
actually,
know, dude. Like, okay, we haven't seen Jordan like what, like since November. I
oh
miss
no,
I miss
I
playing video games with the guy.
oh yeah, we haven't played video games in that. Like when
Like,
we like we
whenever
like
he's on, it's the funniest thing in the world, dude. Like, man, but yeah, I'm just glad I had that combo with him, just because I didn't like how I was like saying those jokes, and like how everyone was like
yeah.
feeding on it, because even like his own cousins, bro, like, nah, I didn't like that.
Who would have, to be honest, who would have known that
Yeah,
like uh like say it's been like what 2 years, 3 years since like we started hanging out almost like every day summer like at his house. Who would have known that like that just like hanging out would like turn into like what we're doing right now?
I don't even
Or like
think
how
that was I don't even think that was
it
a
wasn't
circle before.
intentional. It wasn't intentional. It was just like the people who were available, the people who could go would like just hang out with Jordan and like John
Yeah,
at their house. Like
yeah. I
who
I
would have
don't
known?
I definitely would never predicted it, but yeah, I don't even know. No, I would have never thought. Because after leaving high school, like I don't think there were a lot of people that I kept in contact with after high school. So
Yeah.
obviously finding that friend group, I think I took a year off after graduating, and then I went to BCIT.
Hmm.
I had a really good no, dude. My friends in college was really good. I really loved that core. It's just that in that year off, I think it was just like hanging out with you guys and stuff like that. I think that was really good. Um, but yeah, I don't think I would have ever seen that. But like, we've gone to so many like trips now. Like, it's just so weird. On
No, nothing at this point. I don't think anything can break us.
yeah, unless
Like how?
I don't
Yeah, I
know,
don't think so.
unless someone moves or something like that. I don't think anyone will. Hopefully not. I was like when I was still like when I was still like vlogging like weekly and stuff like that. I always thought like, dude, who am I supposed to vlog with if either Jordan or Ivan moved? I was like, dude, this is so depressing. Like I can't even think about it. Or if I moved like somewhere farther, I was like, who am I gonna do it with? Like I don't feel comfortable with anyone else. But you know, I guess now I'd be okay with it, just because I feel like now I have a lot more confidence in meeting people, stuff like that.
Mm,
I think because back then I was very, even though I was like only vlogging with you guys, I was very insecure of like doing it out in the open. If that makes sense.
yeah. No,
Uh,
I know what you mean.
like I wouldn't like, let's say, so there was a time where it was like a New Year's party at one of my friends' house. Like I was so afraid just to bring out my camera, just because I didn't know if anyone was like, you know, if anyone had the same humor as me,
Yeah.
or like or like even wanted to be on camera. So like thinking about like moving and not having you guys in the pictures was just, it's just like, I don't think it would have worked.
Yeah.
But
It's
anyways,
it's hard
to be honest with you, I think the only times I'm gonna like ever post a vlog again is either
when we're like fully together.
fully together or like traveling, and the way I did it into 2020, where it was like a lot of voiceovers and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back like to the David Dobrik thing. So
Yeah. I mean, we
yeah,
still. I miss like. I'm not miss like the David Dobrik. I miss like just like hang out,
yeah, I miss hanging out. Yeah.
like the freedom to hang out. But hopefully, like in the next, hopefully this year. It's
Yeah,
only what
yeah.
second month.
You can't even tell anymore. Like there's no.
Like there's no. It's not certain. Our future isn't certain.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We can only just move go by things day to day, right?
Hmm.
So
So yeah, a lot of people. Is the vaccines even out? I don't even know anything anymore about like how is it going
I
out.
don't know. I just remember the vaccines being announced and then it's just not
Yeah, like
done.
where is it? But
Yeah.
anyways, is there anything else you want to? How about this? I'll give you a chance. Ask me a question that you've always
I
wanted
mean,
to ask me. Let's end it with that.
oh, that's a hard one. I actually don't know.
Yeah. You don't
I
know?
really don't know. Yeah.
Hmm. Is there anything I wanted to say?
What
We're
minute are we at right now?
we're at 43. Pretty
Wow.
good. I really, dude, this episode turned out really well versus the
Yeah.
first and second try. Yeah.
Honestly, I think you should put like some bloopers in. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. But
Like at the beginning, like how my Wi-Fi was cutting out.
yeah. Oh,
But
I never got to it. Yeah, I was talking about your social media thing. I never got to what I was doing.
oh yeah,
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 yeah.
you can talk about that.
So what I gave up for Lent was I'm not gonna eat out as much like restaurants, because like I think since November, like
Hmm.
I've been going to the gym every day, obviously, but like I've been eating out. There's like pure like steak, like, you know, just red meat, like kind of like foods. So
Yeah.
like, you know, I was like gaining a lot of muscle. Blah 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 blah. Right? It's just that the toxic thing about like eating out is just because I was like spending so much money that was so unnecessary. Could have
Yeah.
just saved it,
Unnecessarily spending.
but that's what I gave up. But I don't even like, this is what we were talking about before. Do you think you really need that Lent thing? Because I feel like I don't need it, because before I was able to do a whole year without junk food, fast food, snacking, anything. So
I don't think you necessarily like.
indeed, because like were you
I
able?
mean, like it's really just this, just like if you, it's like a simple choice. Can you do it on your own? Like, do you have proper self control and everything? Like it's depending on
Because
it's like depending on the person, of
because
course.
my situation back then when I wasn't spending money at all, it's the exact same thing now. I have money back then, money now, or like like a sufficient amount now and back then. Back then I didn't want to spend anything. I was very stingy. Now
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I can just like spend as much as I want. So I don't understand it. So I feel like you can build a habit in 40 days and then hopefully it sticks. I'm pretty sure it will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good combo. Dude, it was such a. I noticed that I go on tangents a lot. Even when I was doing that 5 facts, 5 lies kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
So like, the episodes, if I remember correctly, the five facts, 5 lies were like they were like 10 minutes long, but like the whole entire clip was like 30 minutes because I was just going on tangents, talking with people.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean, honestly, tangents are like something can be like a good thing or a bad thing. It's
yeah.
just depending when you do it,
It
right?
just sucks when I'm watching like a podcast and just one person talking and like the other person doesn't do anything at all.
Yeah. Have
But
you
yeah,
listened to like our own like our
no,
podcast?
dude, no. Well, I edit it, so I do listen to it, and
Like parts of it,
yeah,
right?
parts of it. I don't go through the whole thing now. But uh, no, I don't listen to it. It's not that I don't enjoy it or I'm cringed by it. It's just that I think
It's just weird seeing no, yeah, to be honest, I
I'd
think
rather enjoy it if someone else was watching it.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
I don't really
Because like
care like
I've already lived it. You know what I mean? I don't want to
yeah,
live through it. I don't
yeah.
want to live through it again. So yeah, I feel like we're pushing this. But is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think I don't know, just I don't know.
Do you
We
wanna?
all we have to I guess if we're still somewhat staying on the topic, but
Yeah.
just
Is there? Do
I
you?
don't know, live day by day. That's all.
We're on the fifth episode now.
Yeah.
I really do want to see a guest in one of these.
Mm. Question is who?
Yeah, really. Hmm. Yeah. Who would people really even care on who our guest is? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I was gonna say with like blah 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 blah, like who is this guy? You know what I
Oh
mean? Like,
yeah, who's this? Like, yeah.
and
I mean,
if it's gonna be a good conversation too,
true. It's like,
because we're in season one before we know it, you know.
oh, the seasons, yo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because like I want to get a guest in here. I feel like it'd be a good conversation. It's just that I don't wonder who. I think the normal or the person that I really want is like Aliana because I haven't talked to her in a year or
Mm.
since December. It's just that I don't even know. Should we ask her? Should we staple it now? Do you want to do Aliana
Mm,
for the next
mm.
episode?
I don't know.
Does she even have Discord?
No, I feel like we talked with we talked about Jordan so much. I was like thinking, why don't we show people a little bit of how about like our dynamic?
You want to have Jordan next episode?
Yeah, I just feel like
She
it's
want Jordan next episode.
yeah,
Okay,
it'd be funny.
okay.
I mean, it's up to you. Like, do you want to do it? I mean, we could talk about it more, but it's just like
Dude, I feel like when you say that, we're not gonna talk about it at all. Like,
no, it's gonna be funny.
hmm, man, I'm to be honest with you, like how we're talking about Jordan, how he matured up, I'm still scared. Like, I for some reason, I don't oh, man, yeah, kind of dicey to bring
Yeah,
him in here.
let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Okay, you're gonna step on it. We're gonna have Jordan next episode.
Yeah.
Okay,
The next one will definitely be Ali for sure. Then.
okay. We don't have to do one every week.
No, no, no,
I just
no. But
wanted to test how it works, dog.
yeah,
Like,
I want to see how it works too.
okay. Okay,
But
Should we ask him right now? I'm gonna ask him on camera right now. Let's see. Let's see.
Tell him we're recording first, because like he might taste.
Yeah. Okay, I'll call him after. I'll call him after.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
I think it's a good place to end there. But
it's a good place to
any
end there.
any last words? Last words.
He's calling me back. Okay. Any last words? No, I think this is a good episode. I really, yeah.
I think we kind of did go all over the place, but
No, it was good. I really like when you brought up the article stuff. That was really good. But anyways, we don't have to.
we went all over the place, but that kind of just shows
we're
that
not gonna review the
everything
episode.
is uncertain, right? So we don't know what we're doing too, right?
Anyways, this is Before You Know with Jude and Ivan. Thank you guys
Before
for
you know it.
watching.
Before you knew it.
Thank you guys
Before
for
you know it.
listening. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Say goodbye. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, bye.